A family in the forest. The Miller family lived in a small forest town called Pine Hollow. It was a quiet place, full of trees and peaceful roads. Everyone knew each other, and life moved slowly. 5 years ago, the Millers moved there from the big city of Chicago. David, the father, worked too much. Sarah, his wife, felt lonely. The kids, Emily and Jack, missed playing outside. One evening, David looked at his family and said, "We need a change." They packed their things and left the city behind. Their new home was on the edge of the forest. Each morning, mist rose through the trees. At night, they heard the hooting of owls. The beginning wasn't easy. The town was small, and the family didn't know anyone. The kids missed their old friends. Sarah missed the city stores and cafes. But slowly, life began to change. Jack found a trail behind the house. It led to a small river with deer and birds. Emily began painting the forest. She filled the walls with her colourful art. Their home started to feel warm and alive. Sarah learned to grow tomatoes in the garden. She spent mornings in the soil, feeling calm. It was something she had never done in the city. David, too, began to relax. He stopped checking emails after dinner. Instead, he took walks with his family. One rainy afternoon, something unexpected happened. Jack didn't come home from school on time. Emily said Jack had stayed after class to help his teacher, but now it was dark and he still wasn't home. David grabbed his coat and flashlight. "I'll check the school," he said. Sarah called other parents, but no one had seen Jack. David returned, worried. "He's not at the school," he said. His teacher said he left after class. Sarah's voice shook. "What if he took the trail into the woods again?" David nodded and turned towards the forest. He walked into the trees, calling Jack's name. The flashlight lit the wet leaves. Everything was quiet except the sound of rain. He followed the trail near the river. Suddenly, something moved in the shadows. It was a small figure under a pine tree. "Jack!" David shouted. He ran to his son and hugged him tightly. Jack was soaked, but safe. "I'm sorry," Jack said. "I saw a baby deer and wanted to follow it. Then I couldn't find the way back." David looked at his son and smiled gently. "You scared us," he said, "but I'm glad you're okay." They returned home together. Sarah ran to Jack and hugged him, tears in her eyes. "I was so worried," she whispered. That night, rain tapped on the windows. The fire crackled in the fireplace. The whole family sat together, feeling grateful. Emily read a story aloud. Jack sipped hot chocolate. Sarah leaned on David's shoulder. Outside, the forest stood dark and quiet. Inside, the house was full of warmth and peace. Pine Hollow had become more than a quiet town. It had become a place of love growth and togetherness. It had become home. Thank you for watching. Practice your English by listening again or reading with the subtitles.